Alright guys, we're going to talk about section 1.2 here. Alright, and that's going to be covering your dot plots, your stem plots, and histograms, and going forward and making those. So with this on the site right here, you'll probably see that I'm at a website called Stemplot. That's STAPPLET.com, and I'll put that link in Canvas for you guys as well. It's a cool website to go to definitely play around with everything for statistics. So this is how it'll look at when you get to it. Right now, because what I'm going to do today with dealing with the dot plot, stemplot, histograms, let's just see them. Let's do one quantitative variable single group. I'm going to bring you to this page. I'm just going to go ahead and variable name type random. Okay. Now let's put up my data. Now sorry about comments or spaces, but with that, I just made up some numbers here. I went to random.org, this website right here, and just did numbers and integers and made a setup here of crazy numbers there. Just random numbers. Highlight them, copy, and then I'm just going to paste them right here in the data. And begin analysis. Perfect. So now, the big thing here with your dot plot, right? The dot plot is set up just like this. You got a number line, and the dots correspond to the numbers you got them set up in. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, maybe it'll see it easier for you guys to look at. There we go. Alright. So exactly like a dot plot is. A dot plot, a number line, and the dots go over the values that you had in there. So as you can see, we had, let's say like, it's supposed to be around like 25, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them were on 25, and so forth, going down here, okay? This was 67, there was 2 of them, there was 62, there was 2 of them. So that's how that plays out on a dot plot. Dot plot, the other big thing to have for labeling is make sure you have your numbers here set up for the range you're going off of. In this case, I went by 10s. Just fine. You can go by 5s, however, whatever makes it look nice and fit evenly for the display. And then have a title. Okay, I just labeled this random just because we're doing random numbers right here. So make sure you have it labeled random. Those are key. In statistics, you have to label and number everything. So with that, you have to have it all labeled. The other option we got right here, we can go off of, we'll look at, we'll go Stemplot next. So Stemplot. In this case, we're not going to leave it a split stem. We'll go over that in a second, and we're not going to shift anything. But a stem plot is simply right here. Now, you have your stem over here on the left, which is your 0, 1, 2, 3, which is the first number, okay? And I did random numbers from 1 to 100, okay? So, with that, we've got our 0 through 10, right? Because going up to 100s, and then the leaf, again, that's the stem. The leaf are these over here. So with this, let's go ahead and copy this real quick. Where'd it go? There it is. So if we go ahead and copy this, I'll put this here. Alright. So if we have this stem and leaf, again, no big ideas. Let me just draw. Alright. So up here, again, this is your stem. This is the leaf. Alright, so the big key thing to stem and leaf is, down here at the bottom, is the simple fact of having the key. This key is very important, because otherwise, how are you going to know what these numbers mean and how they are represented? With this, I'd also like to have some type of nomenclature as far as if it's grams, it's weight, pounds, if it's people, whatever the case is. But this, let's just call it shoes, just so we know what we're looking at, right? So random number of shoes in this case we'll go with. So this saying that 10 for the stem and 0 for the leaf gives you 100. So with that, 9, 3, that should give you 93. 0, 1 will give you 1. 0, 4 is 4, and so forth. And it goes up to 10. I got 1 and 1 is 11. 1 and 6 is 16. So again, this isn't just one long number. This isn't 101,679. No, the stem is the first number, and each leaf is the second number connected with that stem. So in here we have 0, 1, 0, 4, 0, 7, and then we have 10, 11, 16, 17, 19. All right. Same thing going down here, like this one on the 6s. You got 62. The reason they put 2 of the 2s there is because you have 2 number 62s. You got a 64. You got 66, and so forth. Dot dot dot. Right. So that's how that plays out on a stem and leaf. Just wanted you guys to get a good representation of that. Now, let's go back to look at not only a Stemplot, but let's also do a histogram. Now, a histogram, as you see, the bars are all connected. All connected, right? And we're set up in intervals down here. In this case, they did from 0 to 20, from 20 to 40, from 40 to 60. So their bin width, again, this will be their bin width, it's going to be 20. Let's go ahead and do the second write on this as well. All right. Nope. So it's a little bit, so I can write on here a little bit easier. Okay. So now we got our bin width, right? So the bin width is 20 because we're going from 0 to 20, right? And so forth, 20 to 40, 40 to 60. And what this is representing, the frequency of how many values were between 0 and 20. There was 8, looks like. And so forth from 20 to 40, there's 8. And from 40 to 60, there was only 7. And moving forward with that. Now, again, what was also key we learned as well, you need to have a 0. You need to be starting at 0. That makes sense, right? So start at 0 on your y-axis. Okay? And then definitely have your labels here. You need to have, this case is frequency, you need to have that. And then we just name this random. Have these labeled. For this, to get histogram correctly, you need to have your labels on your y and x axis, the numbers for your scale of how you're doing it, and then a histogram, all these bars have to touch. Bars have to touch in a histogram. It is not a typical bar chart. You cannot just have them separated in different colors stuff. They all are going to touch. and they're all going to be the same bin width. So in this case, the bin width that's your basket, right? So they're saying from 0 to 20, there was 8 numbers that came between 0 and 20. For between 60 and 80, there looks like there was 15 numbers that were between 60 and 80. That bin width of 20, okay? And that's how that plays out. All right, so hopefully you have a better understanding of your dot plots, your stem and leaf, and then your histogram. We're going to cover those quite a bit and definitely go over those in problems for sure, but I just wanted you to get a good justification understanding initially to start out with.